Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Get up.
You get out of bed this instant.
And turn it on. Glenn, Angel, and the Flying Dutchman. The Big Show on Kiss 92.
Good morning, Singapore. Welcome to a wonderful Monday morning. I don't know if you're having the Monday blues, but we are certainly here to chase those Monday blues away. And Natalie Dau is here to make sure you start on a really good note today. Good morning, Nat.
Good morning, guys. Yes, we are going to start on a healthy note as usual today.
It's so nice to start the week with a workout.
Of course, yeah. It really sets the tone for the rest of the week.
To burn off some of the food we've
Oh my
consumed
gosh.
over the weekend.
I need to burn off that half pint of Ben & Jerry's that I disseminated over the weekend.
She says
over
half
2 days.
pint now
It's
on the
half
radio.
pint. It's like
Early
four-
on, she said she finished the whole pint.
No, not the whole pint. It's 473. That's half a pint, isn't it? Or is that a whole pint?
That's a whole pint.
Oh, it's okay. Well, in any case, I finished that whole thing. I think Ben & Jerry's only comes in one size, besides the little ones. So,
Wow.
yeah, quite proud of myself.
But did you enjoy it?
Absolutely.
There you go. That's okay then.
And it was over 48 hours, so I feel like it's a little bit better than eating it at one sitting. Yes? No?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
a myth?
So-
Is that a myth or
Yeah.
not quite?
Still calories in. Yeah.
When was the last time you had a whole pint of ice cream, Nat?
Oh, I don't love ice cream, so it's not it wouldn't be the thing I would choose. I think I'd choose cake or something insteed.
When was the last time you had a whole cake then?
Yeah, I'm struggling to eat a whole cake. I've been eating a lot of crap, so don't worry. I'm with you. Yeah.
She's only human.
Man, food here in Singapore, absolutely evil.
It is evil. You know what, Natalie? Let's talk about actually burning off some calories. And since it is Monday morning, the start of the week, is it true that if you work out in the morning, you actually burn more calories?
Incorrect.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I love working out in the morning, but your metabolism is your metabolism. So what matters is really eating around that workout. Don't go and have that heavy meal or the tub of Ben & Jerry's before you work out. Just have something light, some carbs and protein, and then obviously you're fueling after you finish for recovery. And don't be thinking you need to go and eat a whole handful of sugary lollies or sugary anything before you go and do a 5K run. So not necessary. So, your metabolism is what it is. So just work out is the most important message, I think.
Okay.
You know what, Nat? I feel like sometimes, I can't eat and then hit the gym. I work out better on like an empty stomach.
Yeah.
Is that good for you to work out on an empty stomach?
You know, it depends how long you're working out for and what you're doing. So, even half a banana, a spoonful of oats or something is good if you're doing a longer workout or a more intense workout. But if you're just going for something light and, and it is playing a bit of havoc with your stomach, then you can survive. It's not a problem.
Okay. At most, I'll have like a protein shake before a workout.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. All right. Let's work out with Nat today. Is it going to be a hard workout, Nat?
We've got our bands out today. We haven't had them out for a while. So upper body, we're working those guns today.
Love working out with those bands. All right, exclusively on the Big Show TV, it's Rockstararms working out with you. Meantime, here's Dua Lipa with Houdini on Kiss 92.
All right.
Oh yeah, we don't have our bands, right? Oh, maybe we do. The orange one.
Yeah, but
It's a different band.
We just need a long, if you've got a long one, that's ideal.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. You go ahead.
No, I'm going to use the...
I've got to work out later anyway.
Okay. So we are going to do some dislocates, pull aparts, shoulder press, and a row on our left arm, then a row on our right arm. So we just need a band if you have one at home today. I'm sure everyone's still got them left over from COVID times. Just make sure it doesn't snap on you. And we're doing 45 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest, getting ready to go. So let's put some tension in that band. And we're going over our shoulders here. So I'll stand side on so you can see as well. Really working those back muscles, squeezing them in as we come over. So it's not an exercise where it's a rest. You should be feeling this in your shoulders. If you don't, you need to grab that band a bit closer in so you're getting full maximum workout. Hands are locked out. Good one to do if you're sitting at the desk as well. Opening those shoulders. Good job. Should be warming up nicely. Give it a bit of your arms a bit of a shake, your shoulders a bit of a roll. Next one, we are doing pull aparts. So again, holding that band in front of us. If you want to grab some extra tension, pop it around your hands. And then we're pulling out. So working our chest this time. So that's it. Stretching right out. Really feeling it. Chest, arms, shoulders. Mine are already burning, so it's definitely a good workout today. Good job. Get those arms moving, those shoulders moving, get that back moving. Feel like you're squeezing in your lateral muscles in your back as you stretch out. Stay with me. We don't have much rest with this one. We're turning it around quick. All right, shoulders again. We're going to hit them again. We're doing a shoulder press. So this time we're putting the band behind our head and we're going to be reaching up. Getting ready to go. And up and down. Really squeezing those back muscles in as you come down. So I'm going to turn around so you can see. Hands are extended at the top. And we've got full tension on that band the whole time. So I don't know if you can see, but my arms are shaking because I'm pulling at that tightly. That's what you want. You don't want to sag in it. You don't want to make this easy. You're doing it, so you may as well get maximum benefit from it. Stay with me. Good job. Okay, shake that out. Woo. All right, now we're going to do rows and we're doing them one arm at a time. So stand on the band to make sure that it's not flicking off anywhere. Wrap it around your hand and we're rowing. So this one, just be careful. As I said, I've got it wrapped around my hand. With our other arm, we're not resting it on our knee. You can pop it on your hip or you can just leave it hanging, but we don't want to be resting at all. We want to make sure those legs are engaged as well. That's up. Squeezing in, nice. Really bringing it up to our chest and squeezing in that back. Good job. Give me a few more reps here. All right. Obviously, we've done one side. We need to change to the other side. So standing on that band to make it nice and secure. Wrapping it around our hands. Getting ready to go again. Now, knees are just nice and soft, a little bit bent. Our back's nice and straight. Good job. You don't have to bring your arm up crazy high. You can see from mine just a nice bent elbow and then straightening down. Good job. Keep working, looking good. Few more reps to go, last 10 seconds. Stay there, keep going, keep going. And done, well done. Woo. Good job, everyone.
All right.
My guns feel pumped.
Yeah, they do.
Angel
So
was
do
working out.
mine. Yeah, nice. I like it.
So with that in mind, Nat, guns feeling pumped. If you stop, there's this belief, if you stop exercising, your muscle turns to fat.
Definitely.
True?
Incorrect.
Oh.
Your muscle and fat are two completely different tissue types, so one can't then just turn into the other. What happens is that your muscle wastes away and gets smaller, and your fat cells increase. So one doesn't turn into the other. It's just that one gets smaller and one gets bigger, and vice versa. If you work out, then the fat cells obviously get smaller. So yeah, you can't change. You can't. It doesn't automatically just turn into fat. It just your muscles become smaller and your fat cells become bigger.
Yeah.
So on the opposite side, that also means that you can't turn your fat into muscle, because a lot of people are
Correct.
like, oh, let's bulk up and then build up, right?
No. So your fat cells get smaller, but your muscle tissue gets bigger. Yeah,
Makes sense.
Okay.
yes.
Okay. And especially as you, as you grow older.
Yeah, it becomes harder.
It becomes a lot harder.
So much harder to do that.
So for people that get older, does that mean they have to work twice as hard? Maybe I can ask you that on air when we go back.
Cool.
Stand by.
Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. Well, that's alright, because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie.
Kiss 92 traffic.
Quite a number of situations to look out for. On the TPE towards the PIE, an accident has been reported after the Pongal Road exit. Avoid lane 1. Also on the PIE towards the airport, a vehicle's broken down at the Toa Payoh entrance. And finally on Rocher Road towards Beach Road, an accident has been reported after Temasek Boulevard. Avoid the left lane. Wherever you are this Monday morning, stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. And today our guest is Natalie Dau, Rockstararms. Good morning, Nat.
Good morning. Feeling like a Rockstararms after doing that workout.
Yes, join us to build your guns in a while. But in the meantime, Nat, we're talking about a couple of, we're doing some myth busting this morning, and you already said, things like if you can't turn fat into muscle or muscle into fat, vice versa, because they are two different things. But what about for people that are older? It seems that as you get older, the harder it is to stay as lean or as fit, because your body seems to change, your metabolic rate seems to drop. So is it true that you have to work even harder than that of, say, a 30-year-old?
Yeah, and I'm feeling it, so I'm putting my hand up for this as well. You don't have to work harder, you just have to work smarter. So definitely we're losing muscle mass as you age, that's just a fact. So you need to focus on doing some heavier weights. If you don't do weights now, just start off with body weight, but we do need to be having some resistance training to keep that muscle mass, most definitely. And we also need, sadly, less calories because, as you said, metabolism slows down, we're not burning as many. So it really sucks getting older from that perspective. But things like HIIT training isn't great as you get older. Steady state cardio and some weight training really is ideal as we start to age.
Yeah.
So you said HIIT is not as good, you said?
No, it's not great. It's not good for hormone levels, especially in females as we age. So great if you're in your 30s, but if you're sort of late 40s or 50s, then, rethink what you're doing. But I'm also an advocate of if it gets you moving and it's what you love, then do it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know, because after my operation and being immobile for 9 days, I lost muscle mass in my legs.
Yep.
And as much as I have to exercise every day now, even with slight movements, it is unbelievable. You just can't put that muscle mass back.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot of
You
work.
just can't do it.
You need to do so much work after
Strength
you're...
training.
And right
right?
now,
You're ready to
everything
work
I
out
do
again.
is so micro.
Yeah.
It's like it's not working.
But what are the chances, that you would actually do it?
No, I have to do it now
But
every
you
day.
have to do it. If not, you're going to have difficulty
Exactly.
walking.
Walking,
Exactly.
yeah.
So I have to do it every day now.
Yeah, like I take my
I've got no
dad, for
choice.
example. I mean, he was very active. He did marathons and all that.
Yeah.
But as soon as he had his strokes and was bedridden, after a week or two, his muscles completely
Yeah,
wasted away.
yeah.
So you have to keep that strength training up.
But you know what you
Absolutely.
said just now is absolutely true, Nat. I mean, as we grow older, I think it's very important that we not eat as much.
Yeah.
Because there are too many people who continue to indulge, even through their older years, and perhaps maybe don't exercise, and that's when it gets really, really bad.
Yeah, I guess it's tough. How much less do we have to eat though? I mean, is there a calculation, like a percentage of what we used to eat versus what we should be eating?
I mean, we all eat too much anyway, so I think just cutting down anything is good. What we do have to eat more of, more importantly, is protein, and we're not doing that. So that's the only thing that's going to help build that muscle mass back as well. So, cut down on the other things, and just be mindful. I don't think we need to be counting calories or whatever, but, be mindful of serving size and amount of sugar, and then that makes it a little bit easier to manage.
I think one way is to, check yourself out in the mirror naked in the morning.
For sure.
The moment you wake up.
Yes.
Because then you can tell, no? It's like, oh, okay. I think I need to cut down the food.
For sure. I think the best way is for you to be comfortable looking at yourself naked, and if you're happy with it, then okay. But if you're not, then obviously
something
something
about it.
needs to be done.
Yep, absolutely.
I tell you what, we'll go back and let Nat do her second set, and then I've got a question.
It's like you saw a ghost. What?
It's called the red card.
It's called the red card.
I see. All
Finally
right.
saw it.
It's 8:16.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you by Poo Tien.
Literally red carded.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead with your question, FD.
Oh, okay. Weight loss.
Just very quickly.
Yeah, just real quick. He said he wants me to ask it. Weight loss, is it really about calories in, calories out?
To a degree, yes, it is, because that's it. We have too many calories, we don't burn enough, but not all calories are created equal. So it's really about using those calories to fuel our bodies. Some burn faster than the others, some impact even our gut health. And you eating the same calories as, say, Glenn, you're both going to have completely different outcomes based on metabolism, based on how much you move, based on quality of those calories. So 100 calories from sugar versus 100 calories from vegetables. You got to eat a lot more vegetables to get that 100 calories than you do sugar. So they're not created equal, but very basically, yes, burn more than you eat, but that's great for short-term weight loss, but then you're going to just flatline at some point.
Okay.
Oh.
Coolio.
Now I feel really awful eating that pint of Ben & Jerry's. Not
So much.
I'm not eating for
It's-
the rest of the week.
Do you know how many grams of sugar that has in it?
I don't want to know. Thanks.
Yeah, don't know. Don't
No,
look.
no, no,
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Just enjoy it. That's all. As long
I
as you
did.
enjoy it.
It's all gone.
Yeah.
But sometimes the more you eat, the more you want to eat. You see, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you get used to eating that amount.
Yeah.
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 Okay, I only had one meal yesterday and 2 protein
Show
shakes
off.
throughout the
Wow.
day. No, I'm serious, because like the less you eat, right, I think your tummy
Your tummy
kind of like
shrinks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you don't need to eat so much.
Yep.
Okay, anyway, sorry, Nat. All right, let's work out.
That's okay. All right, guys, grab those bands. We know what we're doing this time around. Getting ready to go with those dislocates in 3, 2, 1. All right. Opening those shoulders, opening that chest. You might hear a few little cracks or niggles. This is actually, if you don't have a band, you can always do this with a broomstick as well. Great one to do as a warm-up before you're doing your weights. So everyone now we're all going to be doing weights. This is a really good warm-up. All right, keep it going, keep a nice pace, keep that moving. All right, let's do those pull-aparts. And as I said, any of these exercises, actually grab a band. If you're struggling to warm up before you during a heavy weight session or even a run session, bands are the best thing to help you warm up. So don't be scared to use them for that purpose. It doesn't have to be a hard workout. It can be just to activate all those muscles, which is what we're doing now. Obviously good if you've got the little ones to pop around your hips and legs and do some crab walks. That's it, stretching it out. Good job. I've got a sweat on doing this, so I hope you have too. All right, shake out those shoulders, give them a nice roll, getting ready for the presses. So behind our head with these ones. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Coming down behind. Good job. It's almost like a lateral pull down too, so really focus on squeezing those lats in. 30 seconds to go. Nice work. Stay with me. Then we're onto our single arm. This is definitely going to get your metabolism moving. Okay, shake that out. Back to our rows. So doing something like this, just having your band next to your desk in the office is good too. All right. Up we go with those rows. Again, soft knees. Focus on keeping that elbow in nice and tight next to our body as well. Good job. Really feeling those triceps too. Nice and controlled. We're not letting the band pull us down. We want to control that movement on the way down and on the way up. All right, relax, check that out. We're changing to our last exercise on the other arm. Getting ready. And off we go. That's it. So as I said, really fight it on the down as well. We're not just letting our arm flick down like that. We're doing controlled movements. So eccentric. Good job. Feel those muscles popping. That's it, stay with me. Almost there. And done, good work.
All right.
Nice. My back feels it as well, like my upper back.
Yeah, good. And shoulders, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice job.
30 seconds to go.
Nice. Good timing.
Right.
All right. Okay.
What jersey have you got on, Glenn?
Oh, the Detroit Pistons.
Ah, old school.
Yeah. Rodman.
Nat, we've got a question on our Facebook
Still,
page.
hold on.
Kiss 92 traffic.
A situation that happened about 20 minutes ago. This is on Rochester Road towards Beach Road. An accident after Temasek Boulevard. Avoid the left lane. If you have any update on that situation or more, WhatsApp us 88550920.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is Rockstararms, Natalie Dau. And right now, FD has a question.
Well,
for
I don't.
Nat.
It's a question that's come through on our Facebook page. Celine Wong. Nat, do you do PT? I need a fellow woman to understand.
Sadly, I do not. I would be a terrible PT. I think my patience level is 0. But Celine, if you message me on social media, I can recommend a good one for you.
There
Oh,
you go,
nice.
Celine.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's not ever something that you looked into doing?
No, it just play to your strengths, and I don't think that's my strength at all. Yeah.
But Nat has a Rockstar Fit app.
Yeah, she's
so
got the
there you
app.
go.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
kind of is your digital PT.
Yes, absolutely. So happy to do it at retreats and things, but sadly, not my strength one-on-one.
Okay. Fair enough. That's nice and honest.
Okay.
Celine says she will PM you, Nat.
Okay, great.
Okay, do we have a last question for Nat?
No, all good from me, unless Natalie has anything to wrap up with.
No, I just think, we talk about carbs as being scary as we finish up on the food bit. Carbs don't make you fat. Food makes you fat. So I think everyone should remember that. And the difference when choosing your carbs, I love carbs, but refined carbs are those sugary ones that get you more hungry that we talked about. And the complex ones are the good ones. So it's okay to have a good piece of sourdough or quinoa or sweet potatoes. It's really good for our heart and our nervous system, but just stay away from those refined carbs, and that will make a massive difference if you're looking to stay healthy and maybe drop a couple of kilos.
So as we go into our week, Natalie Dau has said stay off the pasta, the noodles, and the rice, everything that we love, and have the sweet potatoes and the quinoa. Am I
just
right?
have little bits of rice. Have
Little
half
bit.
a serve of rice.
When in doubt, don't eat anything.
That's true.
How about that as well?
Drink some water.
Yeah, you won't die, I promise you. Thank you very much,
air.
Nat. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week.
See you next
You
week.
too.
Bye-bye.
All right, coming up very soon, our senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times, Nian Tjoe. But right now on the Big Show TV, we're wishing someone a very happy birthday.
Oh.
Meantime, here's Tanasha with Nasty on Kiss 92. Shalini Susan!
Shalini Susan's birthday!
Only because, okay, so Shalini, your birthday is on Wednesday, right? But then I won't be here on Wednesday. So today, yeah, it's Glenong celebrating Shalini's.
Only Glenong.
Only Glenong.
Yeah, only
Yeah,
Glenong.
only
Correct,
Glenong.
correct. Because this is one of 3 things I've gotten you.
Oh.
So this is the first one.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dearest Shalini. Happy birthday to you.
Yay, she's on camera.
I wanted to
Yay.
actually light the candle, but of course we can't because we're in the studio.
We have rules, yes.
We do have rules.
can see it.
There is a candle in there. Yes, there is.
Okay, this one is a hazelnut chocolate.
Basically, it's a Nutella cake.
Yeah, kind of like a Nutella.
Blow the candle out and make your wish.
Just
Just pretend.
Just
Yeah,
pretend.
just pretend.
Yeah.
You're getting Nian Tjoe? Okay, all right.
Okay, I'll get Nian Tjoe. He's at the door, is it? I'll get him. Okay, just hold on to this cake.
Okay,
You
just-
can share it with.
Just
like-
hold on to the cake. Yeah.
I like the pretend blowing. Come,
Yeah,
come.
that was very good.
Sit in Glenong's seat so everybody can see you pretend blow. Okay, there you go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You gotta blow again. Everyone can see your pretend blow.
Yeah, I gotta see this.
Come on, Shalini.
1, 2, 3.
Make a wish. Well done. You're so good at that.
That is so
I
strange.
don't know what you're meant to do now.
Yeah,
you
but-
can stay there. It's
Yeah,
all right.
just stay there.
Yeah.
Nian Tjoe will come in and he'll sit here and we'll have the interview. Glenn can just go take a break.
Yeah, Glenn can go take a hike.
I didn't say that.
Isn't that the
I
same
said take
thing?
a break.
Isn't that the same thing? No.
Yeah, same thing basically, I guess.
So giggly, these
Yes,
girls
very,
in the morning.
very
Okay, you may
giggly.
go now. All right. She's like,
Oh, Shalini, by the way, Maul says happy birthday. May Schooling says happy birthday as well. David Yo says happy birthday. Everybody's wishing.
yay.
Shalini happy birthday.
They better.
Yeah.
Come on, with the rest of you. Hurry up now.
Yeah, where's the rest of you? Come on.
We need birthday wishes from everybody.
Let's get going here, man.
We need birthday wishes from Nian Tjoe as well. Shalini's birthday this Wednesday, but we're celebrating it today.
Winston wishes you a happy birthday
There
as
you go.
well. So
Everyone,
this is very good. Glenn went out to get Nian Tjoe.
and he never came
Nian
back
Tjoe
in.
came back in. Glenn's not here.
What did you do with him, Nian Tjoe? Breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay.
You had him for breakfast. Perfect.
Mohammed Helmi says happy birthday, Shalini, as well.
So, congratulations are in order because
Yes.
it looks like you have a new role, or no, just taking over a section of motoring. Isn't that cool though? That means you get to test drive all these cars.
Yes, and have to do it like an adult, yes.
Oh,
Oh, you have to do it like an adult.
but this means more travel for you, right? That's happy birthday to
you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shalini. Happy birthday to you.
I know what happened. Glenn forgot he bought the first cake, so he bought the second one from the same shop.
This one is not the cake. This is a tart.
Oh, it's
Oh,
a
this is a
tart.
tart.
It's a lychee tart
Oh, lychee tart.
Lychee tart.
for you to enjoy as well. You can
Oh.
share it.
He did say one of three, you know, earlier.
Correct.
Yeah,
The other
this-
one you have to come to my car later.
Oh,
What?
that just sounded wrong, Glenn.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Okay, Nian Tjoe, good morning.
Good morning,
morning,
Nian Tjoe. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times, the one and
that's
only Mr. Lee Nian Tjoe.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
So you're handling the motoring section now. What does that
Yes.
mean? Does that mean you get to travel more
I mean,
to
transport.
test drive?
No, I mean like
No,
travel
to not-
overseas and whatever.
Ha ha.
Yeah, sorry.
Like go for launches and stuff like that for new cars?
Well, there's a bit of that, but actually, it just means that I get to shoot arrows to our writers to do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
if
because
you wanna
sometimes
go.
it's more work to go overseas.
Yeah, it
so
is.
if you can like arrow someone, that's ideal.
No. Like I said, being an adult about it is actually, we still want to make sure that we get the motoring section up with things that people want to know about. And a big part of it, of course, is all these new cars that are swanky new launches elsewhere that, 6 months time you're going to see this car.
Yeah.
Is it worth waiting for?
Okay.
Right. So things like that, as and when we do have a team of writers that can help us out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
I know this morning you're going to be talking about a particular.
Is it Aion?
Aeon? Is it
Aion?
Aeon?
How's it pronounced? Aion?
This is a Chinese car spelled A-I-O-N. So it's A-I as in
Oh, as in artificial intelligence?
Oh,
Aion. So is it Aion?
I-on.
Aion.
AI could also mean I in Chinese.
In like heart, like love.
Love.
Love on.
On.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought was interesting was actually the fact that this particular car is like a family sedan size thing, right? It's electric, all electric. And at least by the prices that they are announcing, is cheaper than just about every other car that you can buy in Singapore. new.
Really?
And what's the price?
I think it was at 132.
132.
$28,000 less than a Toyota Corolla
Yep.
Altis.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Wow.
but this is, I mean, like the so things that come to mind when I was reviewing, filing the story and all that is this. So you have a car that is functionally is a family car. The big difference is that it's electric versus going to the pumps for petrol. And now we've been told that electric cars are expensive. Now
Yeah.
there's somebody who is going to sell a car. There is selling a car that is actually comparable, right? For that
Right.
$20,000 saving thereabouts. Let's call it part of it compensating the hardship of finding a charger. This is
Yeah.
always those topics that talk about when you want to get somebody to change out their topic of their habit. You want to entice them with goodies, right? In this
Of
case,
course.
is a chunky piece of saving. Yeah.
Right, but I mean, if we talk about a car like this Aion ES, you're talking about this is an EV.
Yes.
So, you mentioned the Altis earlier on, which is a petrol car.
Yes,
Yeah.
because they're comparing the
I think we
popular
got to compare
cars.
like EVs with EVs, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Oranges
as we
and
all know,
oranges.
like BYD is the number one EV brand
Yeah.
in Singapore, right? How can an Aion or an Aeon,
How can you compare
ES
them?
fight
But-
with a BYD? It's not. Do you think it's possible?
So Valid. I'm thinking
wait,
along
hold
those
on.
lines.
Traffic. Hang
Okay.
on.
Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you.
Kiss 92 traffic.
There is a situation on the PIE heading west towards Tuas right after the BKE. A vehicle's broken down. Also in the west, I beg your pardon, on the BKE towards the PIE, another broken down vehicle right before the Dairy Farm Road exit. Please stay safe this Monday.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is our senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times, Nian Tjoe. Good morning, Nian Tjoe.
Good morning.
Good morning, Nian Tjoe. So, Nian Tjoe, you're now in charge of the motoring section of the transport section
So
of
exciting.
the Straits Times.
Yes.
So, you get to talk more about cars, basically, in particular, right?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, cars, bikes, you can
Buses.
figure- yes.
Bicycles? No.
Things with wheels.
Okay, thanks for
But
wheels.
then
I
this is
love
right
it.
up your alley because
Yeah.
you're also a car enthusiast. Like,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know, like-
enthusiastic about them, but yeah.
so whatever the case is, you
Yeah.
get to check out these
Yes.
The latest models
Yeah, the
and all
latest
that,
models
yeah.
first.
Yes.
Well,
It is
that's like
cool.
a dream job, man.
It is cool, yeah. And one of the latest models is it already in Singapore?
it is,
Okay,
yeah.
it's an EV from China, and
Yeah.
there are quite a lot coming out of China, called the Aion ES,
ES,
spelled AION, going at 132,988 with COE after discounts and rebates.
Yes.
Is that one of the cheaper ones, or is that the cheaper one?
Based on published prices, right? So I was looking through, scouring all the price lists that are circulated. This is literally the cheapest car. So, I mean, earlier on, we touched a little bit like, hey, should you compare an EV from this brand called Aion versus a BYD and all that? Well, I think the it's more interesting looking at it as these cars are, you're talking about this energy transition. Because if you're going to compare with another electric car, that's like saying, I want to buy a Rolls Royce or a Suzuki, because they're both using petrol.
Okay.
But looking at that
Right.
form, right, of a family car, here you have on one end of the spectrum a very, really, really within air quotes, relatively affordable electric option, right? And then, of course, on the other end of the scale, you have all the superlative ones, the ultra luxury. So it's just, to me, the story here is that, look, we really are getting this variety of cars that you can shop from, right? 5 years ago, you have none.
Yeah.
I mean, not really things
Yeah.
that, you know, options that you say you want either this form, you want an SUV, you want a sedan, you want a hatchback, you want a sports car. Here, this is one of the. I hope this is the beginning,
Yeah.
right? Of it. Fundamentally, we just want choice.
So
Right.
you're saying put out the thought of ICE versus EV. It's a car for a car,
Yes,
right? That's what
Yeah.
you're saying, because it
does the
should
job.
no longer
Yeah.
be that comparison, because we have so many.
Ideally, I mean, think about it. If you take the other route and says that, hey, you know, we want to try out EVs. What is the mindset of a buyer now? Would be, if I remember from school, it's called early adopters.
Yeah.
And what early adopters want, they want it really snazzy, lots of lights, lots of, you know, bells and whistles, you know, to attract you. This car, on the other end, to be very honest, does not have many of these bells and whistles.
Okay.
So
has
it is
a
bare
horn.
bones.
Not quite. I mean, bare bones depending on which era you're coming from, right? Because if you talk about fundamentally of doing the job of conveyance, right? Does it transport? Yes. Does it have an aircon? Yes. Does it have lights? I mean, it has all that, but the dazzling part, right?
Yeah.
It does not have a big iPad for a screen in the middle of the car, for example.
I see.
Okay,
Right? But
yeah.
it has leather seats.
The tech side of it is not as.
I think it's tech as in the bits where you touch.
yeah.
Right?
Right.
Because we're often like we're like moths, right? Drawn to light. So if
Right.
you're talking about, you have all these screens that it's really big, and like BYD really, I think
The Atto 3, for example.
Yes,
Right?
so I
Which
was-
is why it's so popular.
So now in my new job, I got to drive it as well. I mean,
Okay.
I tried the Seal. Right,
Okay.
this is the entry, the low version one, and you almost
Cat
feel
A
like,
version.
Yes, and you wonder, did they make a mistake? Because, this entry version has all
pretty
these toys as
snazzy,
well.
yeah.
Correct.
There's this big screen, and the big screen rotates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because you want to see it in portrait or landscape, it's like you want to look at the picture that you took. Well, guess what? That Seal, for example, you can actually be filming your in-car video through the system itself. You don't have to fix the extra camera.
Right.
So those are really bells and whistles that you
Yeah.
nice to have.
But this one, this Aion is
This one
basic.
does sit out, yeah,
It's
but it does
basic.
have a basic camera to help you with your reversing and all
Okay.
that. Yeah, so there is parity. At least we're approaching it. I don't think we are like, oh, now this is the sensible buy against the calculator. This is the cheap car.
Yeah.
But it's worth considering.
I think these days, I mean, Singaporean buyers, car buyers are very savvy.
Yeah.
No matter what. Yeah, I mean, it can be the most affordable, but it's got to have, some of the bells and whistles
yes.
that make it attractive.
Yeah, but
you
not
know,
for
as a
everyone.
buy.
Some people just need to get from A to B, and if
Yeah.
this new car does the job, why not?
I don't know.
You know?
You think that's a Singaporean mindset?
I think
I'm not
I think
quite
it's
sure.
some of Singapore. I'm not saying I can't speak for everybody.
I think the majority would want the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
But there would be a small minority that would say, this is an affordable car. This
Price
is where I'll
conscious.
start.
Yeah, they're price conscious.
This is where I'll start.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But it's a small minority, I think. I think I tend to be with Glenn. I think most of Singapore wants bells and whistles in their car.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue to talk to Nian Tjoe on The Big Show TV. Meantime, here's Haneri with No More on Kiss 92.
I've been avoiding.
So this car has been here for how long?
Yep. Hi. So it's been at the showroom for about, where are we at? We're in August now.
Oh, not on the roads yet.
It is.
Oh, it's on the roads,
But
okay.
very few.
Okay.
Very few. I checked this
numbers,
Is,
yeah.
still my other life, right? In
Yeah.
transport, we're checking LTA records and everything. It's a handful. It's 3
Okay.
to 5 units only.
Over
right.
how long? Like how long has it been on the
I
roads?
believe it has been in around since July.
It'd be interesting to see, like
Yeah.
in a year, how
well
many
it's picked up. Yeah.
people pick up.
Yeah, I
And a
mean,
part of me really agrees with the points here is that we do want the bells and whistles. But I come to the other side is, imagine if everybody had the same thing. The expectation that everything needs to be at
Yeah.
this type,
Fancy,
right?
yeah, the benchmark.
Not really fancy or not. It's like going to the office canteen and you have one dish,
yeah.
right? And you're gonna
Yeah.
eat it every day. This
Right.
is the one dish. Here we're saying that there are many dishes. You can go,
Yeah.
up and down the in terms of prices, in terms of features, in terms of style.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been around long enough to remember the first time when we had Chinese cars.
I remember that as well.
Yeah,
I kind of launched the...
It sounds like noodles. The
Oh.
one, the QQ.
Yes, the
yes,
QQ.
Oh my
QQ,
goodness.
The cherry
yeah.
QQ.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
cherry
it was
QQ.
it was so affordable, so to speak, at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But not everyone rushed to the showroom
Yes.
to buy it, right?
It's still around?
Bec-
It is?
Well, that's
Oh.
another story.
Okay,
It's
never mind.
different, lah.
Yeah, so it's a completely different brand now. But the back then with the QQ and its contemporaries, right? Let's be honest, they were really nasty. Nasty because it feels unsafe driving in one. You're
Yes.
sitting in one,
Yeah.
right? And they do look kind of like, sure or not. They don't
They
look
were
like
gonna
they're not
fall
built to
apart.
last.
Yeah.
Correct.
But whether is this Aion that reviewed or the BYDs and all the way up, all these new and familiar brands that have gone electric, man, they're really impressive in that
Yeah.
you don't have this sense of like, hey, don't know can or not. Is it worth my money? and all
Insecurity
that.
almost, yeah.
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 So it feels like it's on one hand a bit of a second coming for these Chinese brands, but I think this time round is real.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
and that's why I feel like BYD has done the right thing actually because they have educated the the listeners, the viewers, the whatever. You know what I mean? They've taken that time to educate people on the brand and the models.
Yeah.
Like for example, like this one, right? I mean, hopefully they do the same thing.
Yeah.
Then people will understand the model, the features, because it's very hard now to drive on the road here in Singapore and not see a BYD
Oh, absolutely.
Atto 3 at least.
Yeah.
I see Atto 3s everywhere,
Everywhere.
right?
Yeah.
And that's why it's the number one EV model here in Singapore. It's because of the education.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people, after being educated, they go down and they check it out for themselves. They go for a test drive and boom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is it's got enough bells and whistles and it's at a good price point.
Yeah.
So we'll get it. Just like very soon, right? I mean, I'm quite excited to see if it flies as well.
Flies.
The Denza D9.
if it flies. Yeah, it will soon.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
right now it's about to be rolled out. I mean, before this it was a left-hand drive. Now they bring the right-hand drive to Singapore. You know, it's exciting times. You know,
It is.
for BYD to see if people are going to go for that model now as well.
I think on the topic of the Denza, so this is like the luxury
MPV.
the upscale version of BYD, right? It's actually
Yeah.
a sub brand for them, and they're really going to be moving up market with this brand and with this model. I mean, MPV today, any MPV is not going to be cheap,
Right.
And Denza is not going to be cheap. When they're deliberately going to make it, they're going to earn their keep by with all their luxury features, no doubt. But it comes back to having choice, right? And something else about it is not just the fact that, or rather, is partially because you see more and more of them, right? As in BYD's Atto 3 in this case. You actually give the consumer will be, my neighbor has one, my neighbor has one too, and then you get into this.
Right.
They can't
FOMO.
all be wrong, right? Not so much FOMO,
No.
but the Me Too, but
Yeah.
in a good
No, not
way.
Me Too.
In a
Yeah,
good way.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
But it's I think there is that there's a certain momentum. I speak with motor
Yeah.
traders, and they go like, you need there's a magic number in their head.
Yeah.
Where they go like, once you hit this number, right, for this segment of cars, well, okay. The problem is if you don't hit the number,
Yeah.
when it's an event, when you see a Atto 3, wow, this is Atto 3 today, you're like, that doesn't speak well for the brand. However, if you see it at every corner, you know that every corner is gonna spur people to get more.
Correct.
More people gonna get into this.
Like the hype is real. You
The
know,
hype is
seriously,
real,
the
yeah.
hype is
Yeah.
real. I was at Dempsey yesterday, for example. I saw like at least 4 Atto
Yeah.
3s. I'm like, wow.
I stopped noticing them because they're just like
Because
so
they're
Right.
just everywhere.
Yeah.
They're
Because
like
they're
the,
doing so
They're
well.
like the Camrys back in the day, like the Toyota Corollas and the Camrys and all that. But what I feel about the Asian cars these days, the Japanese, the Korean, as well as the Chinese cars, is that they've managed to lure all these designers from Europe. And so the design language, if you look at the European cars now, the design language for the European cars isn't as nice as they used to be. It's the Asian cars that have all those designers.
I think there's a lot of energy from
Yeah.
I mean, pun intended actually. But there is certain there is definitely the energy in terms of like what the companies are doing. If you talk about Chinese cars, I mean, look, we come from an age when televisions were you have to be Japanese.
Yeah.
Then
Right.
these days, wrong. In between, from Japanese, Koreans are good.
Your fridge has to be German.
Yeah, and now it seems that TVs should be Singaporean too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, but not that the Japanese and Koreans don't make any more TVs. Probably good ones as well.
Yeah.
But I think what we are witnessing is that, look, with this incoming of all these Chinese brands, you accept them and then they just become part of your options.
Yeah.
Okay, stand by. 29 seconds to.
Last talks it.
I see. Okay. That's true. That's Niall Horan. Nice to meet you right here on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. Our second guest for this morning is our senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times, Nian Tjoe. Once again, good morning, Nian Tjoe. And, well, I'm very happy for you that you're going to be, more involved in reviewing cars right now.
I love that.
Please take me along with you.
Yeah,
if,
me too. Me too.
They
You
both
finish-
wanna go in here.
yes.
I'm also recruiting writers. So
Oh, okay. Yes, I can write.
Yeah, she can write.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
write and I can drive. So
Done.
yeah.
Let's talk after
yay.
this.
All right. Okay.
I don't quite like writing. I like dictating.
Oh.
voice
Yeah.
to text.
Oh, so you can do that on your phone. So we're talking about this new EV that's
Yes.
come onto the market, but I'm looking at the interior of the car, and I understand what you mean, where it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. But this reminds me of a car from 10 years ago. How cars used to look like.
Yes.
Very tactile.
Yeah.
As well, where you can feel the buttons and you can feel the
Yeah.
volume button and
Yeah.
the windows and everything
Yes.
else and the radio,
Yeah, and actually,
which I quite like actually.
I
A
think there is-
traditionalist would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a familiarity where you jump in and you drive off.
Ah.
Where
Yeah.
I'm really not into these cars and all this. I just want to buy a phone that
That
you put in a
calls
SIM card, you
somebody.
can call somebody.
Yeah.
There is a room for that. But I think while on one side we're kind of like celebrating the whole EV like more models and they're selling more, and you see more of them on the roads and so on, is that just this morning we actually on the Straits Times there was a piece of news. Well, it was a wire news about EVs in Korea. So this is the flip side, right? Not specifically is in the aftermath of this fire in Korea because of an electric vehicle, and then that caused a lot of damage and all that, and then the people are starting to sell off their vehicles or resale values and all that. So my take on this is that this is just like when you have anything, you have enough of anything, statistically you're going to have problems.
Yeah.
Of course,
Right?
yeah.
We are now in a good position in Singapore, at least, as we can see what's happening elsewhere, and then we can take learnings from there. We're learning vicariously. We're not experiencing it to say, oh, we just lost 100 cars in a car park.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So even though we have more and more models, I think the being a little bit late to the game in terms of EV adoption is not a bad thing.
Yeah,
Right.
because everybody else gets to make the mistakes without us actually going through it.
Yeah, and not just everyone else making the mistake, because they're going to make it in a bigger way.
Yeah.
Because they just have more people, more cars,
Right.
more
It's
roads,
relative,
more car
yeah.
parks and all that.
Yeah.
So we can just learn from there. If you think about it, like back to my day job, right, in transport. When I talk to people in the industry as well as the agencies, when I talk about rules about charging, for example, wow, I tell you, they go down to the last detail, sometimes to the point of industry goes, maybe I think they're really asking too much. But this is that kiasu part of us, but I think it's used to good effect.
Right.
Yeah.
And bro, let me just tell you this, okay? And
You just bro me.
yes,
He
I did.
broed you,
He
yeah,
broed
he
you.
broed you.
Wow.
Yeah, it means
I'm
you're
just-
in the circle,
I'm
man.
just looking to do like new things for the very first time on the radio. I'm the disruptor. I just
What
wanna-
are you
yeah.
going to disrupt now?
No. I just want to say this, which is why I openly say right now I'm biased towards BYD.
Okay.
Because they were with us for 10 weeks educating everyone about EVs.
Yes.
Not just their
Yeah.
EVs, but everyone else's EVs. And
For
I think
sure,
it takes, a solid company to actually do that.
Yeah.
10 weeks they were on this show every single week educating everyone about electric vehicles.
Yes.
And no doubt about it. I mean, they have the Blade battery,
Yeah.
which of course they're very, very proud of. And safety is definitely one of the things that people consider when they buy an EV and should consider, like what you mentioned, happened in Korea and all
it's
that.
a snazzy looking car.
Yeah.
Correct.
It is snazzy.
So
yeah.
what I'm saying is, the reason why they are where they are is because they've been very open and transparent about their business, and I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just wanted to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not disruptive at all, man.
Are you disappointed?
I think I'm disruptive to her sometimes.
Yeah, every day.
Yes.
Thank goodness you're going to be away for the rest of the week.
See what I mean?
Take a break. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much, Nian Tjoe, for joining us as always.
Pleasure.
All right. Coming up, headline news and sports. Keep it right here.